I've been a sculptor for a number of years now, and a lot of my inspiration comes from what's around me. One of the things you need in a big project like this is belief, self-belief. Because if you don't believe in the project, nobody else will. When I created the piece, I showed my partner Jane, and we kind of immediately knew we had something special. And that's the power of landmark art. If you do it properly, you can not only create an economic benefit to the local community, you can create an icon for a region. Going back into the 1980s, I was a steelworker in Sheffield. Many years later, I was running an art gallery in Sheffield and earning a living as an artist. And one of the pieces I wanted to create was a memory piece for the people I worked with, the men and women in the steel industry. And the Steel Man was a very small sculpture which stood in our gallery. It had an immediate resonance with people who came in and saw it. They would gravitate to this one piece and they would say, you know, that could be our Angel of the North. We didn't realise at the time that it would take 8 or 9 years to actually come to life. And we were two ordinary people with an amazing idea that we reached out to the professional world and said, can you help us?
Once Steve had told us his vision and would we be part of it, we really wanted to take it forward. And it's something, especially as a company and also as individuals, you think you can work on a project that's going to have 100 years legacy, and I'd be really proud of that.
Doncaster's has got a long-standing history in the city. It was founded in 1778 in the city of Sheffield, and this has allowed us to sort of give something back to the community in the city. And the fact that it is generating revenue for a fantastic charity in the British Heart Foundation is almost actually icing on the cake.
Doncaster's Brahma make exhaust components and fabrications for the aerospace industry. We don't make sculptures, so totally different to what we normally do. But we've done what we always do and done a good job of it, so immensely proud.
We had a lot of volunteers on our project at Doncaster's Brahma. Little did they know that it was going to be unpaid, overtime. People have given up their weekends for this, they've given up their evenings for many months just to ensure that this product is finished.
All came together quite nicely over a few weeks. My father and my grandfather, they were both in this sort of industry. Well, just a bit of pride really, I think, more than anything.
We had to roll the petals on the heart, and my role was rolling and polishing. I'm the guy what makes it all look smooth.
I've always wanted to do something for charity, but never really had the opportunity. And I thought, fantastic, I've got the skill set, I've got the area, I've got the tools, absolutely no reason whatsoever not to get involved.
Ever since the cooling towers have been down in Sheffield, Sheffield's missing that something.
To be able to drive past every time you come back to Sheffield and see that, I think, yeah, I had a part in that, and it's going to be there for a lot longer than I'm going to be.
My livelihood is entirely based around manufacturing in Sheffield, and to have something standing there as a testament to something that I'm so happy to be part of is fantastic. I really like it. I might say I really like it quite a lot, because I do.
It's my way of giving a bit of something to charity and the community.
Something that's been made in the city by people from the city, and it's a very proud thing to be part of, really.
It's just immense pride that either you can see it or you can drive past it and you know that you've had input into that.
It just draws you in, and it's been a fantastic project to work on.
It's passionate. It just gives you goosebumps on your arms and everywhere, just thinking that you've actually done something. When you're travelling up the M1 and you just look at this iconic figure that's going to be there for years and years to come, and I can just turn around and say, I was involved in that.
The trustees of the Steel Man decided that we needed something to show people before the Steel Man's built in about 2 years' time. And we came up with the idea of building this super heart so people can actually see it, they can visit it, they can physically see how big this super heart is, because the heart will be entombed in the man.
We felt we wanted to reach out to the general public to give them an opportunity to be part of it as well. Because at the end of the day, the project is about people. It's about bringing pride back into the community.
The community are already taking ownership, and we have about 17,000 names, and it's been phenomenal. It's been a real Yorkshire piece and people coming together to drive this forward. I believe it makes the piece come alive.
I'd put my son's name on. He's called Finn. That is a sign of how much I love him and how much I want his future to be in Sheffield.
I'm a really big softie, and for me, you can't get a bigger gesture of love than a giant steel heart, which is over 2 meters tall. The idea of being able to put your loved one's name onto that heart, or someone to put your name on the heart because they love you, it's no bigger gesture than that.
People not only responded because they liked the project, but because they'd got some deep emotional attachment. These were really strong stories about individuals, and we felt that we got to know them, and it was a privilege to get to know them as that was happening.
Oh, Sheffield, City of Steel, it's all about, everybody knows about Sheffield. My daughter Joanne told me that my name was going to be on the Heart of Steel. I think Joanne knew the passion that I had for the steel industry. My father were in the steel industry, my grandfather were in the steel industry, and he would stand in front of the steel. The crane drivers would be watching him. He'd probably have a piece of steel that he was forging as big as a bus, probably 50, 60 ton. I'm really proud of my grandfather.
Age 35, Friday the 13th, 2013, I cardiac arrested in Hull Royal Infirmary. First planted the reception floor. Luckily I was revived and survived. Obviously.
I gave you it as a present, didn't I? You didn't know I'd done it. And I just thought it'd be lovely when we'd drive past this huge sculpture and say, look, your dad's on there. And
so I have changed a lot. You can't live your life waiting for things to happen. Went through a lot of tough times. And Kelly getting me the name on the Heart of Steel was a real catalyst for me to move forward, both mentally and physically.
In September 2016, our eldest son died suddenly, age 19, from an undiagnosed heart condition.
So we've had Tom's name put on it as a memorial for him and for us. He had an amazing smile. He had a way with people. He made everyone feel good about themselves, and he always made you feel better.
The best hugs.
Yeah, he had the hugs that could cure anything.
A few years ago, we were on holiday, me, my sister, my mum and my dad, and my dad became ill. It was discovered that he had heart problems, and he was supposedly getting better, and one night he died of heart failure. We managed to make something positive. I was such a negative.
We will get to sort of tell our kids that, oh, your granddad Kev was in there.
Yeah, because they would never met him.
And,
it's nice
it's just like looking to the future and not trying not look back.
It's nice to have a physical tribute and a memory that you can go and visit rather than just a memory in your head.
I'm often asked, what's the Steel Man about? Years ago, this was about steel and coal in this community, and now we're talking about new technologies. The Steel Man embraces the past, the present, and the future. It's about people, and it's about the pride you can instill in a community by having an icon you can be proud of.